I'm only using my phone because it's easier. I'm only using my phone because it's easier. Uh-oh, someone's in the background.
Hello. Yes. Good
Hey.
evening.
Oh, he made it, everyone.
Uh,
Well, did he get his fish tank working again?
who?
Ken?
I don't think he's quite ready.
Oh, well.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies, produced by LK Productions.
Yeah, we got through the intro.
Yep, intro finally finished, so it should be playing, should be showing Zoom, should be showing the clocks, and we have a new sponsor tonight.
Gary Holton.
We have a new sponsor.
Mm-hmm. Can't
GD
probably
Bet.
see it. It says sponsored by GD Bet. GD Bets. Thanks, Doug.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I might not have been watching, but I was paying attention when I was working on the fish tank earlier today. So
You get the
no pump.
thing working again, the
Nope.
impeller freed or
No. I think my overnight plan is to take them out, let them dry out, and I've already cleaned them, so I'm gonna hope by drying them, maybe I don't know. The light works. In fact, you can see right here. See that little spotlight right there?
so it wasn't a power issue.
No, it's not a power issue at all. And I
But
actually
when the
ran into
power went out and the pump stopped, it just kind of stuck where it was, huh?
I guess we've lost power before, and they usually come right back on, but for some reason they haven't. What I did is
Now,
I
are
ran
the
an
motors
extension.
working on the pumps?
You know, I thought I held it up to my ear, and I thought I could hear the vibration like it was working, but I'm not sure. So when we were
I don't know
coming
if you
home,
had a surge or something. Maybe it damaged the motors a little bit.
it's possible. I don't
I have
know.
I mean, I'm just pulling that out of my, you know where.
Well, they're old. They're old pumps, so it's possible they're just that's it. They're done. We will see.
Well, you and Mrs. K can take turns cranking a little hand pump all night to keep the fish alive.
Yeah, those fish will be good for about a 2 to 3 weeks easily.
Yeah.
One of the breeds in that tank I could probably let go 2 or 3 months without filtration, and it'll be fine. It's just a real super hardy fish. I'm not going to do that. I'll have it fixed one way or the other, no later than Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I cleaned them. They were dirty, to say the least.
You have a local store where you get stuff there?
There's PetSmart, Petco, a couple local owned places.
Okay.
I probably will get it off of Amazon. To be honest, I'll probably just look at the bottom of the pumps and see what they are and just replace them with exactly what it is, because I don't want too much of a pump in there to just have too much of a flow of water. So I'm hoping, but I doubt it because they're submerged pumps, but I'm hoping I can take them apart. But that would actually negate the point of submerging the pump. It's got to be sealed. So, electricity, water, it's got to be sealed somehow. Anyway, good to see everybody. Greg's here, Jim's here, Darren's here, Sean's here, Chris is here. No Alex? Well, that's amazing.
Nope.
Oh well.
Well, we got Phoenix Alex over there. I don't know.
Well, I'm very happy with this little device that I purchased today. It gives me the full speed of the router now. All I did was buy a USB T-Ping linked AC 1300, and now I get the full speed of the router.
Nice.
Still doing it wireless? You didn't run the cable?
No, I was going to if this didn't work, but yeah, it's powered by 0.0 and it's sitting right here,
Yeah.
right there.
I've had good luck with
full speed. So
yeah, I've had good luck with TP Link products. I have a range extender that I don't use anymore since I have mesh routers now, and I have a unmanaged switch that they made that works well. So
Oh, before I forget, since I see that Tony Wallow is in the chat, thank you, Tony, for your generous donation this month. I appreciate it.
And since you reminded me of something I meant to say last night, I want to give a big shout out to Jeff Ryman. Thank you for your contribution to the channel. I appreciate it. I meant to tell you that last night, but in all the excitement of being back for real, I kind of overlooked it. So now everybody go grab your mask so we do not infect anyone else. Put our mask on.
Fuck.
I'm muted, so it's not spreading now.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go. That was pretty comical, actually, I thought. So Mrs. K saw her picture tonight on YouTube, and she says, "Where's your picture?" I go, "Oh, don't worry.
Hey, kid, I hear
It's there somewhere." And the reason I was 5 minutes later than I wanted to be is I had to take my medications. We literally just walked in the door about 10 minutes ago. I needed to get my meds taken, so that was why I backed it up for 5 minutes. I didn't want to play a Doug and let everybody hang for a while. Could have, but I didn't want to.
I have a question.
I have an answer if it's depending on what it is. I mean,
Well,
wait, first of all, who's the question directed at?
It's just directed in general.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
It's just directed in general. I noticed that Carrie had two videos sometime this evening.
Yes, he did.
One of them was a members only. Did anybody here have any idea what that was about?
No, it was
I'm
blank.
not a member, so I have no idea.
not a member.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it wasn't visible for non-member.
Yeah, the other one I saw, it's like he found all these weird keyboards, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just repeated it because he said he would probably come back on about a couple of days later.
No. Well, yeah, he might. He's done that in the past, but I don't know. Obviously, it was something that he did not want to share with the so-called world, if you will.
But
So-
he's
I've got to keep the riffraff out.
he's the most expensive ass person on YouTube to join. This is like $9.99. Everybody else has like $4.99 or $2.99. I would join if he bought the price down. Crap.
Why?
Yeah, that's my first question is why?
Yeah, that'd be I second that or third that. Why?
Well, that's only first members only one I've seen that he had. Then he always said,
really?
Rick?
what days
He's had a couple before.
has he? Never watched them.
I was just curious as to what the subject was of the members only one, but it doesn't.
Well, just give it a
I-
day so
yeah.
it'll be on, be live, be back on. He said, when you do the members only, you'll be getting it back on 2 days afterwards or a day.
Oh yeah, that's right. After you did the members only, it will come back to the regular viewers in like 2 or 3 days after
The
YouTube
one
processes
thing.
it.
Actually,
and stuff like
Sean, you
that.
want to know something really shocking? I
What?
think his $9.99 should be $12.99. I don't
What?
think that guy is giving himself enough money, to be honest with you.
I like how he's having all those porn people come in his chat. He still hasn't done nothing about that.
Yeah, well, just give him time. Give him time, Sean. Give him time. He's working on it. He's gonna eventually have it only members only.
Well, I'm sure
He's
that'll
just being nice to us for now, and he said that several times. He's doing it for now, but he won't forever.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that'll
he's
just,
giving me free
Nice
op
thing.
of the week.
that'll be one less thing to watch. It's no big deal to
Yeah.
me.
I think he's just experimenting with various models.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he
See
is.
which one makes him the most money.
Yeah.
Because I think he's planning, if he goes to Michigan, he's planning on being semi-retired from his regular computer business and just trying to make what's left of a living off YouTube. I think that's what he's trying
Yeah,
to
he wants
figure
to
out.
do reviews. He said when he gets to Michigan, all his content is going to be like reviews. He's barely going to work on any computers or build any computers. It's just going to be on reviews and stuff like that when he moves.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I got what I wanted out of his channel. I learned enough to build my own computer a year or two ago, and that's fine. And I have donated money in the past, but I gave it when he was refurbishing PCs to give to veterans and first responders. And that's what I donated the money for, because I believe in that.
I learned how to build my PC. Oh, wait. The first one I built was a fail. He had to fix it. Oops.
Well, the first one I built my first computer back in 2010. And I couldn't figure out how to hook the motherboard to the case back in those days because the English translation of the one Taiwanese company that made the motherboard didn't match the English translation of the Taiwanese instructions for the case. Couldn't figure out what went where, but fortunately, the father of my two oldest granddaughters was already doing computer repairs at that time, and I gave it to him to finish, and then my two granddaughters got it. So that was my experience back then. It's much simpler now.
I got a question for Sean.
Yeah.
What did you screw up on when you built your first computer that had to be fixed?
Cherry couldn't even figure it out. He did everything that I tried to do to troubleshoot it. And then somebody in his chat room said, oh, try this, remove the CMOS battery. So we removed the CMOS battery and all of a sudden it powered up.
Follow-up.
But I already replaced the CMOS battery. I replaced it and it didn't power up. So I don't know.
So how long ago was this?
2020.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 33 and a half years ago or something. Okay, so
no. And then I gave him back that Corsair $200 because he needed it. He's like, "Oh, I'll help you when you need it." I try to ask him for help. He doesn't help me.
You're all greenhorns.
Yeah, I watched him. I built my computer basically off of watching him, and I bugged the hell out of Jim, as Jim will probably well remember when I got it all ready to go, and there were certain things I couldn't figure out, so I emailed the holy moly out of that with him. One moment, please. Someone's poking her nosy head in.
Careful there.
What are you trying to get on a laptop?
Let's see, with the exceptions of, let's see, Greg probably, Jeff probably. I've been doing it probably longer than some of you have been alive.
Yep.
Hey, anybody have a size 11? Size 11 narrow feet? Because I got my dad's boots here that I'm trying to get rid of.
What?
They're in really good shape.
Can't wear narrow toe boots.
So.
Sorry. I've been doing computing stuff since 1966, but most of what I used to do is completely irrelevant these days because it was mainframes and early Unix workstations and VAX systems, and hardly any of that is relevant anymore.
Yeah. Well, the number one thing that pissed me off was he's like, hey, if you give me back the case, I'll give you free technical support. I said, okay, here, you can have the case back. I asked him for technical support. He said no. And I'm like, dude, I just gave you the case back that you gave that I had to get, and you don't want to give me no technical support? Go F yourself. That's the number one thing that first ticked me off.
Did you really
was
tell
that
him
he
that?
said free technical support.
Well, did you pay him?
All right, what have I missed?
He said, hey, Rick, he said if I gave him the case back because he needed it, because when somebody shipped him a computer, it broke in shipping. I gave him the case back with a power supply in it. He said, I will give you free technical support for a while.
I
So I said,
wouldn't have.
okay, you can have the case back. Did he give me, I asked him for free technical support like he said, and he did not.
Because
So
he's
he
like
goes,
me. He would have
"Take that
wanted
case
money
and shove it
instead.
up."
Yep.
So
Yeah,
apparently the power was out a little longer today and did much more damage to things than it has in the past because Mrs. K needed our Disney password. So not that it's
Rick,
any
you
big
wouldn't have told
secret or
somebody.
anything.
You wouldn't have told somebody you'd help them and then didn't do it.
Well, that's what Kerry did. He said, "Oh, give me
I
the
mean,
case
Rick,
back, and I'll give you free technical support." He didn't do it. He just took the case back and said, "Go Google it." What?
I see
So I'm
Alex
supposed
has
to
joined us
Google it
while I was
after you-
gone.
you should have told him, get my case back and then Google for one.
And here's Jim from Arkansas.
Hey,
Oh yeah, that's not Alex. That's Jim from
I have something
Arkansas.
I have something I would like to show just in case anybody is wondering.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
But give me a minute.
One.
Time's
That's a second. Never mind.
Uh-oh, what the hell?
Remind me
He's
what
He's
Irium
either
is.
using his tablet or his phone as a camera going through the iRun app.
He's
Oh, okay.
using
There's a new
whatever it
TV
is. It's run by a Gato.
Elgato, yeah.
Okay.
There's a new TV mount right there on the wall. I got all the cables and everything in today. Got everything hooked up finally.
But
Good
it looks
God,
like it did
child,
before.
look at that mess. Look at that rat's nest.
I can't
Pay
tell
no
the
attention
difference
to
in the
Pay
cabling.
no attention to the rat's nest.
Don't pay attention to it. It's kind of hard not to.
This is almost
Yeah,
as
you
good
It's kind
as-
of hard not to.
That's like the
You should-
Wizard of Oz. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yep.
So how's the sound bar sound?
Sounds just the same as it did before. I have to use a different kind of cable. Instead of using a 3.5 millimeter to RCA's, I have to use an optical audio.
Have you had any issues with it since you got everything all hooked up?
Everything's all hooked up. I made a couple of stupid mistakes. So
Oh, do tell.
I mistakenly ordered some cables I didn't need.
Oh, and
we're
he's
listening.
leaving.
Go ahead.
Bye. Bye.
I'm still here. I can
Thank
still,
God.
even though I'm not in front of the camera, I can still talk to you. I can still hear you.
Hey,
Well, let me
I got a
ask-
Hide in
question.
shame.
Let me ask a dumb question here. I mean, I just got a new TV and I don't have a sound bar. And while the TV itself doesn't have hi-fi quality sound is adequate for me. I'm just wondering what do you gain from having a sound bar?
Oh,
Unless you have a weak speaker on
just
the
the-
TV.
the speakers on the other TV were horrible, and so I've hooked up sound bar. And now that I've been using the sound bar, I've gotten used to it, and the sound bar even sounds better than the speakers that are in the new TV.
So, Alex, does that
So I just
soundbar
mute
have
the
a
speakers on the
subwoofer?
TV and use the sound bar.
Does that soundbar have a subwoofer? I know some soundbars have subwoofers with
This
them.
one does not. It's just a normal 2-channel subwoofer. But it gets pretty loud.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question. I need everybody to go to one of Ken's other streams, like from last night, I hear that your voices are very good. There's no difference. But if you hear my voice, it sounds like a freaking robot, and I don't understand why. I'm talking like a normal voice. I'm talking into this microphone. I don't know. Maybe it's the microphone that's distorting my voice or something, but.
I've got a
Well,
question, Sean.
right
Yeah.
now, you sound like you normally do. I mean, I don't see any difference.
Are you hearing this from the little voices in your head, or who's telling you that you sound funny?
I'm hearing it from your stream. Like on YouTube, when I go back and watch a stream, my voice sounds like a robot. It doesn't sound like my normal voice. But all of your voices sound normal, but mine sounds like a robot or something.
I'll have
It
to
doesn't
check that
sound
out.
like my normal voice.
Yeah, I'll check that
I
out
don't know
later.
why it did that. That's one reason why I haven't done any YouTube videos, because I can't figure out why my voice is like that.
Sound normal
My
to
voice
me.
is totally different than what it sounds like when I'm talking to the mic. It sounds totally different. I don't know why.
Yeah, Bog Dog said you sound okay. I wouldn't get too wrapped up over. I wouldn't get real concerned. I mean,
Yeah.
stop listening to the voices in your head. You'll come out ahead.
Hey, Alex. Sorry, Jim from Arkansas.
Yes.
Now I get 178 Mbps now. So I get what the router pushes out.
Definitely did.
Well, that's fantastic, Sean.
All I did was just upgrade to a different USB Wi-Fi device.
I'll show it again. I'll spotlight you so you can see it.
That's all I did was just change to that. And yeah, it says, it says 867 Mbps, 5 gigahertz, and 400 to 2.4.
800 and whatever is the maximum speed for a Wi-Fi connection, just locally between your device and the router.
Yeah. The one from the router to this device is 170 something. It changes every time I check it, but I have no more issues with my Wi-Fi, so I don't have to run the cable. Now I might still run the cable, but as of right now, I have no complaints.
So what you need to do tonight, Sean, is when the stream ends, you need to watch the first 10 or 15 minutes and see what your voice sounds like. And if your voice is fine, then your voice sounded bad last night because your Wi-Fi was screwed up.
I'll be back. I'm gonna mute.
He's gonna go watch it now.
Audio. This is bugging me. I'm gonna leave computer audio.
Oh, believe me, I understand. When something gets on my mind, it drives me up a wall until I fix it. I'll hold no bones. Like I think Jim said today, was it I don't pull punches, or no, that wasn't it. What did you say? You about made me have an accident, by the way, in the car when you said what you said about idiots.
Yeah, I think it was about not pulling any punches. I think
something along those lines. And I was like, yeah, I'm the same way. But I'll tell you right now, I know I have early onset OCD. I really do. There's no doubt in my mind. If I just like a stupid fish tank thing, as soon as the stream ends and we get off Zoom, I'm gonna pull the pumps and dry them out and go from there. I had things I wanted to get done today, and that obviously wasn't one of them. And oddly enough, when I tripped the GFCD, peak DQ, whatever the hell it is in the bathroom, that reset the outlet behind the fish tank. So the light came on just like that. Light came on instantly, but no pumps. So I spent the afternoon moving water, changing, cleaning, extension cord run to a different outlet, nothing works. So if anybody's got any ideas, let me know.
How are the fish?
The fish are fine. There's a couple fragile ones in there that I've got pumps. I may have to go engineer a little bit of something just to have bubbles in there to have the air, the water moving around. But the fish are fine. I kind of offhandedly joked with Mrs. K tonight and said, it's just time to get out of the hobby. And she was like, oh no, we can't do that. We'll just move the tank. Well, the tank's not the problem. It's the doggone pump. So anyway.
Well,
All
this will
right, John
take some
John says
getting-
to get with him in the morning, he can help me. I will do that. Thank you, John John.
this will definitely take some getting used to. This new TV with this 40-inch with 1920 by 1080, because for the past 10, 11, 12 years I've used a 32-inch with only 1280 by 720. So this one will take some getting used to.
Yeah, Long Dog. I've had fish tanks now for what's this 2022, a little over 22 years. I had 17 active tanks at one time. I know my way around a tank and what's needed and required. It's mind-boggling to me that the power went out this morning, and I didn't think it was out maybe 5-6 minutes at the very most, but the computer was off. Disney got disconnected somehow. The fish tank problem. OBS was on the monitor somewhere in Hong Kong tonight. I had to go find it. I mean, I really could have been later than I was, but I don't know what it is. I don't understand it. So anyway, so you like the TV, eh?
I do. It'll take some getting used to the differences in the resolution and all that.
Right.
Had the old TV died completely or what?
Well, I went from 1280 720 on a 32-inch to 1080 on a 40-inch.
Now was your old one about to die or?
No, it's just
those sound issues.
It's just I got I was having sound issues, and I still don't know if the sound issues were being caused. Still don't know if it's not a computer issue, because I never had the sound issues when I was using other inputs, only when I was using the computer.
I got an update real quick with Doug's little experiment this afternoon when he tried to send money to, or have Jim, damn it, have Jeff and me send him money. And when I was watching it, I thought he put in the wrong name for myself. He did. He sent me an email after the show with the guy's name. It's not me. So
my name's Choppy.
Yeah, exactly. So somebody probably, I mean, I think it'd be funny as hell if the guy paid it, but I believe it was Selden Ball that said that he probably sent it to the wrong address as well. He did. So Sean just posted a link for what is that?
There's one for Linus Tech Tips about this Dell Optiplex on there, and then Gamers Nexus did a really good video on like one of those Stadia computers that he got from China. If anybody's interested in watching, they're really good videos. I watched I watched both of those. Those are really good videos about him, like Linus praising Amazon, the sellers, and then the other one is a weird one that you never see anymore. That you never see those Stadia computers anymore because I guess they got shut down or whatnot. So yeah, it's like one of the computers that they use to create games for Stadia or something. I watched both of them. I just thought they'd be interesting, and if anybody else wanted to watch it.
I'll glance at them later. I've got them queued up, ready to go.
Let's say if it was anybody but Linus.
Well, I've been watching a lot of
one too about the treasure box.
Been watching a lot of golf and Da Vinci videos. Not that the two go hand in hand or anything, but I've been watching this one guy out of England. He's a pro and he teaches golf, and he gets all these professional players to play against him. They give him 10 strokes, he still loses. Starts out he's at -10 and they're at even par, and he still loses. Just like today, He played a 16-year-old kid that's got a +7 handicap, and he started out at 10 strokes under, and the kid started out at even. The kid beat him, so kid was really good though. I got to give him some credit. For 16 years old, he had some talent. So Gary, I got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
What was the name of the program you mentioned today? Right after Jim made his comment about people being idiots, you said something about there's a program that makes Da Vinci look like a Tinker Toy. What's that program?
Pro Tools.
What is it?
Pro Tools. It's a music program.
Pro Tools. Okay.
I mean, it was a matter of, you can take 256 inputs, an orchestra, and each instrument a different track. After you're done, you can do lead sheets for all 256 musicians. You can separate out the vocals and do literally the poem for the song. I can record you humming, and then I can give the music to a guitar player and have him play the song.
Okay.
Pro Tools is great that way. I mean,
so, but what you're saying, it's got a good learning curve to it.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Sounds like it.
Nobody likes my negative views on the news, so I found another YouTube channel that I watch a lot. Her name is Reckless, not Rachel, but something, and she's talking about her 5th gen Cam Camaro that she has, and I've been watching that. Every time I talk about negative something on the news, I get chewed out by everybody in the chat. So
I didn't realize cars came out in generations. I always thought it was in years.
We say this was what, Raunchy Rachel's channel or what?
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Sorry.
It's in the chat.
All right.
Reckless Raunchy.
Oh, Reckless Rachel. Okay.
Yeah, about the same. If she's raunchy, she's probably reckless, and if she's reckless, she's probably raunchy. Oh, jeez.
She has that really nice Camaro. Now she just recently got it to shoot flames, and yeah, it's twin turbo.
She got it to do all the things normal cars don't do. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What is that, a 2022 model?
No, that's a 2011.
Yeah, that's an older one.
I'm not sure I'm real fond of the purple color.
She had to jump out of an airplane just so her boyfriend could propose to her. There's actually a video showing them jumping out of a plane and then her boyfriend proposing to her.
I'm looking at the thumbnail for Coffee and Cars, and it looks like there's a 55 Chevy in the background.
Oh, she's in Florida. She lives in Florida, so she goes to a lot of Cars and Coffees, and there's a lot of old cars there. I love it. Like here in Arizona, there are car shows, but there's nobody driving like old cars and stuff. They're mainly just Lambos and Ferraris all decked out here in Arizona.
You guys don't have any rust down there.
What's up with the title today? What's up with the title on the YouTube today? Mask optional. I mean, we're all at home anyway. I mean,
I suggest you go watch Doug Betts' channel today, and then you'll understand what that's about.
About what?
What?
The title of today's show.
Masks are optional.
Oh, masks are, yeah. Only in the car.
Some of us actually did watch Doug. Well, I listened to him. I didn't watch him a lot, but I was listening. And I was paying attention, believe it or not.
I was busy trying to get my mom and dad to hook up cables.
Is that why you were late?
I was late because that's not the reason why I was late tonight. I was late tonight because I had because I was, what do you say? I was really interested in watching a show that I was found on YouTube. That's like a bunch of episodes put together. It was like an hour and a half long video.
Hold on. You'll be right back.
Hey, Ken, I think you just need to give your PayPal information to them so He can send a late fee to you.
No, no.
Hmm.
I checked PayPal 4 or 5 times throughout the afternoon, and then I sitting here thinking about it. I thought when he put it in,
Look at him, he's just laughing.
when he put it in, it looked like he put it in under Kenneth, and my PayPal is not under Kenneth; it's under Ken. So, and then he sent me the email later in the day.
Is Blackwatch okay? I haven't seen him on the stream for a while.
I haven't seen him anywhere for a while. I have no idea.
I wonder if he's still mad when I put him in the waiting room the other day.
Probably.
He came back cussing me out. It was just me, him, and somebody else in the chat room the other day, and I happened to be the host.
Oh, it actually worked tonight. So it says people on PayPal, Kenneth Stout at Choppy86, which that's clearly not me. So I let him know it wasn't. He said he canceled it, which, you know, I wouldn't have canceled it. I'd wait and see if you get $22.22. I'd have sent it back. I mean, that'd have been the only right thing to do. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, I have new email.
Chris, did you get that video I sent you? You're looking like you're awful busy over there. You're blinding me with that damn light in the background.
Well, I'm glad you clarified that. I thought you were going to say his head.
I'm just messing with you, Chris, but I did send you a, just to you. Everybody else will be like, why the hell did you send it to us? So I sent it to you.
So, Chris, you get your router working, I understand? You're muted. Might be.
Oh, he knocked the lamp off. He knocked the lamp off the table by accident.
He might have the speakers turned off as well. Chris, can you hear us?
He's like, what?
Chris, can you hear us?
I hear you. I hear you.
All right. Did I hear you got your router problem resolved?
Yes, I really shouldn't be using it though, but it's kind of an old one.
How old's old?
I don't know really.
I'm
Probably
still
2016
using,
or
for my
something.
wireless access, I'm still using a 5-year-old router.
I got it working.
Temperature.
My scanner.
Oh, I didn't realize it was broken. Long Dog
Well,
says,
I was fixing some wire because I got this big, thick LMR cable running in, and I wanted a thinner wire running from it to the scanner.
The showers. Variable. The current time
That makes sense.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Asking Long Dog a question. He asked me if I could make a video using DaVinci Resolve, and I'm wondering if it's that link that he posted. It says starts out something 243. Okay. I'll watch it and let you know. I don't know. Honestly, right now, me and DaVinci ain't getting along too well, so I don't know what I'm going to do. It really seems like something as simple as put a picture in and put a text that says this is a picture, and something doesn't work right. So I don't quite have a grasp on what's going on.
I saw Jim working on a computer. Who is that? Is that one that you had running, or?
Just plugging it in, getting Windows updates occasionally for it. That's all. It just.
All right, I've won something from Walmart. Lucky me.
I get some stupid spam emails from Medicare. I just right click and I just hit block, and I don't get anything anymore.
You have Medicare.
Get rid of that disturbing light and grab me some new water.
So other than getting the TV, the only thing I'm waiting on now is that job interview Thursday I've got.
So it's Ginger Billy again.
Oh, you looked at finally you looked at the link.
Alex, what's the job?
IT help desk for Secretary of State.
Wow,
that'd
you
be-
shouldn't have. You sent me that.
Can you count to 3 using all your extremities? You can work at the Secretary of State in our state.
I'm gonna email her. She's hot.
So now we're a dating channel. Okay, Chris, Kara, tell us about yourself, and we'll see what we can do.
Well, Sean sent me the link.
Oh, he sent. Oh, okay, I get it. So he sent you a link.
I got something. This girl right here, she's like 30 years old, and she drives a big diesel truck.
Oh my.
Does she talk like a man?
No, that's wrong. She's got a southern accent.
She say, "Hey, so she says, "Hi, my name's Becky."
Well, Sean, not Sean, but Alex, you could hook up with this girl because she's more your age.
What's age got to do with it? One of my classmates is married to some guy that's 81 years old, which is beyond me. But
Hey,
Only
Ken.
if she likes IT
yes,
and like staying in.
Yeah, I wonder if it's one of those situations. Hi, my name is Alice. I'm a welder.
I watched a real funny skit tonight or earlier today on YouTube. Seth MacFarlane was playing a drill sergeant with a stutter. I was damn near in tears. It was so funny. and one of the funnier parts of it wasn't when he was talking, but one of the 4 so-called recruits, he asked him, did he stutter? The guy turns to the other 3 recruits and he goes, how do I answer that?
She has a lot of random videos, but a lot of them are truck videos where she drives a truck. They're like most of them are like 25 minutes long, but she did a trip from Phoenix to Savannah, Georgia. I think that's where she's from, is Savannah area.
Yeah, Long Dog says, I think you got an idea for a new channel. No, I'm not starting a dating channel, Long Dog. I was just
Come on.
No, not happening. Why does this keep opening up on different monitors? This is weird.
Your computer is haunted.
Something, because the first 2 links opened on monitor number 3. The last 3 links have opened on monitor number 2.
You sure you got the monitor numbers right?
Oh yeah, monitor numbers are right. Yes. Well, it wouldn't make any difference. The first 2 opened on the monitor to my right. The last 2 or 3 have opened on the monitor to my left. So numbers or whatever doesn't make any difference. And all I did was click on the links each time. I don't quite understand it. It's weird. It's typical for me, but it's weird.
Do you know in like Windows settings where you can see like the monitor numbers?
Right. When you go into the screen and hit display settings, and it says monitor 1 is in front of me, 2 is to my left, 3 is to my right, and 4 is to. Yeah, the numbers are correct as far as that goes. That is correct. I don't know. Maybe the power outage today did something.
We've had this discussion before numerous times. In my particular case, I had to, in order for the numbers to show up properly, for the monitors to be correct, I actually had to swap my cables around to different video outputs on my motherboard.
Why would I do that when everything's the way it's supposed to be? If I were to move the cables, then it's no longer going to be 1 in front, 2 to the left, 3 to the right, and 4 to the left. It's going to be whatever I switch the cables to. Would you like me to demonstrate? That's going to be our first dating show. Do you want to switch your cables around? Tony Wallow says on dating. Now, there's not. Let's make sure we're all on the same sheet of music here. There is not going to be a dating show from me. Okay? But if there were, what should we, if I was, though, let's play Doug for a minute. What could a name
for a minute?
It should be called
just one.
It could be KD's Kids Dating Show. I hope he's not watching.
I got a couple. I got a couple of good names for you. You could call it. It could be called Mrs. K.
Never know.
He'll come back smiling.
Yeah, he will. He will. It amazes me that he's always smiling.
Every time he tries to name your dating show, just put him in the waiting room. See how long I'll get.
Something happened because I heard you say something, Mrs. K, and then you disappeared. Could you say that again, please?
Mrs. K watches Ken now.
So good.
Damn, his internet must be messed
He
up.
doesn't learn.
I gotta quit picking on him.
What's wrong with
Well, we
your
managed
internet,
one
man?
more word. Mrs. K watches. Now, what's the rest of it?
Watches Ken nap.
Oh gosh, we don't even want to talk about that.
Or Mrs. K cooks.
Well, she does do some cooking every now and then.
It wouldn't be the worst thing for you to put up, quite frankly.
No.
Haven't you shown something once or twice with her cooking something?
We actually did a video of her cooking, yeah.
I thought I remembered that.
That'll be a good way to get 1,000 subscribers.
It didn't help out one way or the other, to be honest, Sean.
Terry did a few cooking videos that I really enjoyed, but he quit doing them.
I'd like to do a cooking show of me cooking something, but all they would see is the damn fire department here.
Every time I want to do a live stream on something, it never works out. Like it's either something that we get too involved in, like us running on those cables earlier, or it's something like we're going on the road and constantly in and out of cell service. So it wouldn't do any good to do a live stream because nobody would be able to see anything.
So Jim,
yeah,
we got some serious tropospheric ducting going on with the radios tonight here in Georgia.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That happens a lot down there.
Is that like that there where you live?
It happens. I don't know that it happens all that frequently, but it does happen. Yeah.
Jim, did you get that link I sent you from Craigslist? The guy offers it as a quad core, but if you look up that CPU, it's nowhere near a freaking quad core. It's a dual core. It's 2 threads, 2 cores. And he's trying to give it to me for $125. I'm like, no.
Your mistake is looking at Craigslist in the first place.
Well, there's that.
Yep.
There's that. No, this, Jesus Christ, an AMD A6. Fuck, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'll pay you $25 at that for that, but I'm not going to pay you $120.
Jesus, no. Now, what the hell?
So I don't know what made me think about this on him saying Craigslist. My brother texted me yesterday or the day before about his wife's boss has some old computer equipment that he wants to just give away. Would I like it? Sight unseen, I said, sure, I'll take a look at it. If it's 10 years old or whatever, I'm calling Jim and saying, hey, I got something for you. Anyway,
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
the guy also apparently is having computer issues, and he would like me to take a look at it. So I asked my brother, well, okay, what kind of computer is it? He didn't know. I said, is it Apple or Mac?
They never know.
Intel. He didn't know. I'm like, well, I don't want to walk into this blindly. I mean, it's been 4 or 5, 6, 7 years now since I've done anything with computers. Number one. And number two, I'd really like to. Does it come on? Does it? What's the deal? So anyway, Wednesday at 10 o'clock, I'm going to be up on the north side of Indianapolis, and
it looks like Alex is going to burn up. It looks like he's gone.
Alex, are you trying to roast hot dogs? What are you doing?
He's stirring that fire.
All my stuff fell over behind the bar, and we took it off, and
it really looks like you're in that fire.
I'm moving it.
What are you moving?
That's what they're doing. All right.
He says the sound bar.
Oh. Would you like us to spotlight you so you can show the world you're moving the sound bar?
I'm not. I'm moving stuff off the bed.
Oh, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now join Alex Cheek live in Sheridan, Arkansas, while he jumps out of the fire.
Man,
in the pool.
Wouldn't it work better if I turned the virtual background off?
I don't know. Do you want us to see what you're moving off your bed? That could be a little bit TMI, as the saying goes. No, leave the background on. Let us speculate on what you're taking off the bed. So let's.
Oh, looks like the pillow is in the fire now.
It does, doesn't it?
Your pillow's burning, Alex. Better get your pillow out of the fire.
He's warming it up for tonight. It's been getting chilly in Arkansas lately.
God, I wish I could have weather like y'all have. Wow.
I'm always chilly.
It's really hot
I
here.
sleep with an electric blanket almost year round.
Today was a little cooler. It's been like in the 80s this past week, but today was like in the 60s.
41 right now, so that's comfortable.
Well, Rick can pass some of that weather that he doesn't want. He can send it to Arizona, please, Rick.
Well, actually, we're going to be kind of warming up here for at least 4 days. We're going to be around 32, 33 degrees and low winds. So it's actually going to be pleasant to be outside at this time of year. Usually it isn't. Usually at this time until March, or actually the end of April, you're inside for 4.5 months. We don't go outside here in the winter because the wind is so bad. At 20 below, 30 below, we ain't stepping outside. So I'm right here for about 4.5 months out of the year.
So tomorrow is
too damn cold outside. I don't mind the heat. It's the cold. My back is really starting to get.
That's something I've never experienced. 20 below zero.
Come up to Minnesota this winter. I'll gladly introduce it to you.
Maybe not that low, but
I'll guarantee you, Alex, you won't like it.
We've had like
the lowest temperatures we've had recently, and recently it's been within the past year because our cold. If we're gonna have a cold winter, it usually don't come around till January or February. But it's last year around February. There was a day or two that it was 1 degree, and needless to say, I was inside all.
Well, tomorrow or Monday I'll have the password and whatever for you guys to watch the memorial service for my dad.
All right. Speaking of passwords, the new company is so intelligent they changed all the codes to the doors, both egress and ingress, in and out, and they didn't tell anybody. Nobody.
Are they different codes for in and out?
Yeah, it's two different. You have a code to get in and a code to get out. And then and you have a code to get into the memory area as well as a code to get out of the memory area. The point is they spent 8 hours changing the codes and then they neglected to tell anybody. So all these alarms are going off because people are just opening the doors because the codes don't work.
Hmm.
Real smart. Real smart.
Maybe Mrs. K needs to take that other job. Then you say she got a job offer.
She did, but
It's
she's not
starting to
going to
get
take
really,
it.
really bad there.
I don't know what the problem is. I mean, it's well, this is not the true problem because a lot of places are run from different cities and states, but they're run out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. So they're it's not like they can just run over to the building and fix any issues. I just I find it's odd that when they've changed the codes in the past, they send out an email to everybody and say, "Here are the new door codes. Please use them." Well, no email came out tonight on it. How I found out about it was Mrs. K said, "Hey, can you call your brother and get me the door code? They changed the codes and they didn't tell anybody." So, and that's how she got him. I actually called my little brother. He's the maintenance manager, as you all know. And I said, "Hey, what's going on with the door codes?" "Oh, well, they changed them, but they haven't told anybody yet. So I'm guessing you need a code," which we did. And he gave them to me, which, if you think about it, I don't need the door codes. I don't work there. But I passed them along to her. So,
Well, you need them if you're going to go in and out and take her dinner.
one of the nice things about getting sick, I no longer have to take her dinner.
Hmm.
I drop her off at 2. I pick her up at 10, 10:15, 10:30, whatever time she finally walks out the door.
It
So,
sounds like that place is going to the ground.
It'll get better. So I mean, does that always apply from now on?
yes, I'm going to milk that for like the next 3 years.
Is she eating there?
She either cooks something and takes it or she grabs something there, yeah. And I mean, right now they're having all their Christmas get-togethers and this, that, and the other. So she's not suffering at all. And she always prepares something for me to eat, so I'm not suffering at all either.
Did your mom stay there at one time?
My mom spent 5 days there while my sister went to Florida. Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
It sounds like that place is going to the ground, actually. All this new changes.
There's something going on, but can't put my finger on it yet. And she was offered another job, but they want to pay her less money, and it's about 6 miles further down the road. So right now, that's not even an option.
I would start looking for another job because it sounds like this is going to get even worse as it goes.
Yeah.
And you never know. Tomorrow they might be like, "Oh, we're just going to lay off this many people." And
oh, they can't do
if
that.
that happens to be your wife, then you're not going to have anywhere to go. So I'd start looking for.
And they can't lay off everybody.
No, they can't. Now, what they could do, which would be a really crappy thing to do, is they could actually call the staffing agency and say, "Okay, Monday morning, we want X amount of staff for the entire day," and then they could, in essence, tell the normal staffing people of Demery not to come to work. They could do that. Shift's still covered, and they're not letting people work. That would be really crappy to do. But you never know.
You wouldn't understand why they would do that because that would cost them more.
Oh, sure, it would cost them more. I mean, it would be dumb. Unless they're trying to run the place in the ground. I don't know. I really don't know. Let me go check my time here. Time shows. Now let me bring it over to this screen so I can see it.
11:49.
59 minutes and 8 seconds. So I'll go ahead and hit the outro if I can find it.
Hey, Rick. Back in the early 70s, I spent 4 days in Majimi, Minnesota with my dad. Ford had a place there testing cars. It was 28 below. That's cold.
Get some shout outs while that's playing to Tony Wallow, John Aloy Sr. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next Friday night. Long Dog, good to see you. Thank you for participating in chat. John was there briefly. B.H. Ringer was there earlier, but he left. And I did send him an email. Actually, I answered his email. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody that was in chat? Let me see. What time did Greg Guy get in chat? Oh, he was fourth tonight at 9:55. Sorry about that, Your Highness. I almost overlooked you. Of course, you'll know I'm back to 100% if I start giving shout outs and I forget Greg. That's when you'll know I'm back.
I was listening.
I know you were. So I want to thank everyone. I'm going to go ahead and end it. Wintermute says good night. Good night. I'm hitting